今日はマハラオープンフォーラムで再び発表する機会を与えていただきありがとうございます。マハラオープンフォーラムはマハラのカンファレンスの中でも最も長く運営されているものの一つで今年もまた開催されたことを嬉しく思っています。カンファレンスのご在庫と皆様のポートフォリオワークのインスピレーションとなることを祈っています。では、間もなくリリースされるマハラの新しい機能を紹介させていただきます。Okay, so as I just said, I'd like to go through some of the new features that are coming up this October in Mahara 15.10, the latest version of Mahara that is going to be released very soon. And you are going to be the very first that can see those features in a presentation. And so it's a world premiere for the Mahara community. And I hope you like some of the features that I'm going to talk about. The biggest change and improvement that we have made is that we switched to Bootstrap. So all our CSS, HTML, and already a number of the JavaScript components are going to be based on the Bootstrap framework. That will make it easier to integrate with other systems that also use modern JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, in particular also Moodle and Drupal and other systems that you might have connected to your Mahara, therefore allowing you to give a similar look and feel across all the platforms that you're using. Switching to Bootstrap has been a tremendous effort by our front-end developers and also by our regular coders. And it's amazing to see the improvements that have been made throughout Mahara. We have been able to make a number of changes already, usability improvements, adding little things here and there, moving buttons around on the page to put them into a more logical position, and also allowing for the change of themes. So on the next few slides, I'm going to show you the new themes that you'll be seeing when you install Mahara 15.10. This is our default theme. It still has the green Mahara look and feel that we know, but you can also change it easily if you want to. And as you can see, the Japanese language pack is already really far along with translations, thanks to Mitz in Japan, who is our regular Mahara translator. But we've also changed all the other themes. So no more Aqua, Ultima, Sunset, and Fresh. These themes have been retired because they have had a long life within Mahara, and now we wanted to give you some fresher, newer, and more modern themes using the Bootstrap framework for it. One of the new themes is the theme Modern. Like all the other themes in Mahara, it is a very clean, straightforward, and simple theme, and you can definitely change colors and make that theme more your own. As you can also see, we have a number of icons again in Mahara, and they are all based on the font Awesome toolkit, therefore making it also very easy to change those icons within the theme that you're using. Another theme that is in Mahara is the theme Ocean, a light blue theme, which again showcases lightness, but also works with a different font than the normal one that we have in Mahara. And you can work with the themes as you have been working with them before. You can use them on the site level, but if you have institutions set up within your Mahara site, you can also choose a different theme for that institution. You can also change the logo if you wanted to and make any further adjustments. And we have a very new, brightly colored primary school theme, which comes with a new set of icons also for the primary school children, as well as a different dashboard image, which again can be exchanged. But even the raw theme, the theme that is actually no theme, is very nice looking and allows you to have basic theming in there, not with so much color. And if you prefer that, you can use it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Now we are in traveling network connection. So please start from ocean theme.
Ocean theme? Okay, sure. Sorry about the trouble there across the ocean. Seems like the Pacific is a little bit too big for tonight or afternoon in Japan. So the ocean theme is another very simple theme, simple in the sense of use of color and background images, and it is very clean, again, very subtle so that the content can shine in there. And all the icons that you see in every theme are based on Font Awesome, so they can be exchanged very easily within the code if you want to use other themes from the Font Awesome toolkit. The primary school theme that you can see now is also completely refreshed from the one that we've had in Mahara previously, and it is very brightly colored and again can be customized to your needs. And if you want a very simple, primarily gray and white theme, you could even use the raw theme, which is the theme on which all the other themes are based. And that's why it does not have a lot of design elements in it, so that it can be used as the basis for the other themes. Now, if you want to create your own theme, you can simply use the existing sub-theme starter kit that is provided in Mahara and create your own theme either by simply changing the colors or by adding more Bootstrap elements or exchanging elements for existing ones. And since a lot of people use Bootstrap in their work already, many will already be familiar with how to work with Bootstrap, how to put different elements in and work with the themes. The only thing that you need to be aware of when you install Mahara 15.10, especially from source, is that you would need to compile the theme, or when you make changes to the theme, you would need to compile it because the theme is based on Sass and a compilation step via gulp is required. But all that information is provided in the README file. Bootstrap has been our biggest feature improvement that we have made in Mahara 15.10 because it was such a huge undertaking, since every individual file in Mahara that was needed for displaying something on the screen needed to be rewritten, needed to be changed in some way, and every CSS has been stripped out and revamped. So that was a lot of work for our team, and we are very happy that we finished before the release candidate of Mahara 15.10 with the work so that we can show you the results and now take those as basis for future work in upcoming versions of Mahara. Now that we are on Bootstrap, we have a lot of possibilities in regards to improvements for making more usability improvements, simply because Bootstrap already comes with a lot of concepts that will help us in the future. And because we are based on Bootstrap and all themes have been renewed, every single theme is now also responsive and can be viewed very easily on a mobile device, such as a tablet or smartphone. And so the screen will always adapt. But now let's take a look at some of the other features that we are putting into Mahara 15.10. One big improvement that we could make, thanks to Fernuniversität in Hagen, a German university, is that we could put journals also into other areas of Mahara. Currently, only users have journals. Only when you go to your content can you have a journal and work with the journal. However, that has been limited. That, of course, is a limitation and has been in existence for a number of years already, unfortunately. Because when you want to collaborate with others, you might want to set up a journal in a group. Or you might want to provide a journal on the site level so that you can copy that into the portfolios of your students if you want to create templates. And so thanks to funding from the Fernuniversität in Hagen, we were able to implement journals on the group level so that now multiple students can create a journal together and have a group journal showcasing their work together and reflecting together. Furthermore, we could also implement journals on the site level. So now as site administrator, you can create a journal and then make that available to everybody, either allowing them to copy it, or you could also keep a blog for your site as site administrator instead of having to set up a regular other user, making it very easy to create updates, news style updates, and the like. And last but not least, we could also put journals onto the institution level, so that if you use Mahara with multiple institutions, then these can also have their own journals and then copy those into student portfolios or keep their own news blog. Another nice feature that we could implement thanks to Switch in Switzerland, who have a multi-tenanted Mahara site, a Mahara site available to all universities in Switzerland, is that feedback comments now can have an answer. So you can reply directly to a feedback instead of just placing it below all the other feedback that is in existence. So you can reply privately to a feedback, or you can make your feedback public. If you make feedback private, then only, like usual, the author of the portfolio page and you will be able to see it. But it allows us to be more flexible and more specific on where feedback comments go, and then also how they relate to previous comments. Another feature that we could implement is that now, instead of just displaying pages in the latest pages view, we can actually display also collections. And that is a feature implemented through funding from Pratt Institute in New York. And in the past, when you had collections, you could still always only see the pages on your dashboard, or other people could only see your pages, but they never knew that they were also part of a collection. and therefore the list of pages got longer and longer and longer, whereas you might only want to see the portfolio as a whole and then go to the individual pages from there on. And now we've made that change so that you can see pages that are not part of a collection, and then on the other hand, the collections, only the collection title, and you'll see the number of pages that are included in that collection. And that is not only for the latest changes I can browse blog, but also for the blog My Pages, which we have renamed into My Portfolio. So again, that this list gets shorter and more easily viewable so that it becomes faster for people to see actually where there are different portfolios. And we were also able to implement that change into the Shared with Me blog, making it possible again to shorten that list and make it better usable for people who need to find pages and collections of their students. So we hope also that this change is affecting you positively and that you'll be checking it out and seeing how it works for you. Another change that we've made, and I already mentioned it earlier, is that we are working on improving the usability of Mahara at all times. And so that means that we could already make small changes directly during the upgrade to Bootstrap. And one of them is that the group homepage now also has an edit button. So instead of having to go to pages and then clicking on group homepage, you can now directly update the group homepage by clicking the button here on the group dashboard page, and you get to the edit screen. There are a number of those improvements around Mahara. Here I just wanted to highlight one. Our team had many more improvement suggestions of what to change, how to make things better. But due to the sheer amount of work that was going into the revamping of the existing code, we could not yet implement all of those. But we look forward to doing that over the coming versions of Mahara to further improve things and make them even more consistent and also easier for users to handle. Another change that we could make, and this is also a really nice one, is thanks to funding from iCampus 21 in Canada. And this one allows you to create a page template. Currently, Mahara comes, when you create a new page, you have 3 columns and that's it. But if the site administrator decided that every new page should actually have 2 columns and 2 rows, then site administrators could set that up now directly on the Mahara interface. They would not have to go into the code and make changes there, making it very easy also to put any other components on that default page that you might wish to have on there. But just be careful. As soon as you make a change to that page, every new page that is being created will have those changes. So if you put an image on that page default page, every new page will have that image included. So really, ideally, only use it for those components that should really be on a blank new page that your users get. So usually that would just include layout changes, but not necessarily putting any content on those pages. Another change that can only be seen by site administrators is one that improves reporting for your organization. We have made a change so that now all logins from within a month or any other period that you select can be viewed easily in the site administration under the site statistics. That is a feature that we could implement thanks to the New Zealand Ministry of Education, where we work with the multi-tenanted site My Portfolio, on which there are over 1,600 institutions. And that is primarily schools, but also support organizations for teachers. And now this statistic allows us at the end of the month to really see how many people have logged in over the previous month, and also see from which institution or in which institutions they are registered. And you can also change that reporting period. So if you wanted to look back over a 2-month time frame or over a year, you could do that easily. However, only from the date on, from when that new report was installed on your Mahara instance, because previous data is not quite as accurate. We had to add some more data collection into Mahara in order to really know precisely how many logins we've had over the entire month. And as you can see on the left-hand side, we also changed the graphs that you can see in the statistics so that they work again and they look a bit more modern and are also generated by more modern JavaScript. Another change that we could implement thanks to the Ministry of Education here in New Zealand was that site administrators and also institution administrators can now change the email address directly for a user in the administration. We came across that problem many times when teachers or students switch schools here in New Zealand and keep their portfolio on My Portfolio. But of course they have a new email address. And unfortunately there was a bug in Mahara that when a CSV file was uploaded with the new email address for a person, it was only added as secondary email address, but not as the primary one, not as the email address to which actually notifications would be sent. So while we updated email addresses, they did actually not take effect, and we would always still need to log into a user's account and then make the change there. And so what we could change was that now there is a field on the user account settings page in the administration area where you can simply enter the new email address, save it, and then that becomes the primary address instantly. An older address is still kept, but it is moved to the secondary address. And the same happens when you upload a CSV file with new user data, that the new email address becomes the primary one. And that's a huge time saving for us, and hopefully also for others who have to do manual user registration and manual user management, because it saves you from logging in as that user and sending an email to them to verify their email address. Oops, sorry about that. Now, if you want to check out any of these new features, you're welcome to go to master.dev.mahara.org and review the features directly there. You can create an account, log in, and test everything out so that you get a good feel of what Mahara currently looks like, and also how it behaves for you, what you like on it, and also if you want to see whether you want to upgrade to it. We very much look forward to your feedback on any of these new features, and also if you come across any bugs that we would still need to fix. Currently, we are in the release candidate phase. So that means that we can still fix major bugs for the complete release of Mahara 15.10 later in October. And so if you find anything, it would be very good if you could let us know, either in the forums or directly on our bug tracker, so that we can still improve the functionalities and make changes. We would also like for anyone who has the capacity to upgrade a test instance of your current installation of Mahara. Don't do it on your production server yet, just on the test server, to see how it works with existing data, so that we know whether also upgrades would work for you. As you have seen, the translation pack is already far along and has been updated. There are just a few things still missing, I think, but otherwise it has already done a great work again, and you can already start using Mahara 15.10 in Japanese. And as mentioned, we are planning on releasing Mahara 15.10 later in October, and probably in the third week of October. That depends on how our testing goes and how many big issues we might get reported. And so we really look forward to the next couple of weeks making things as best as possible for this release, and then hoping that also a lot of institutions will switch to Mahara 15.10. So far, the feedback that we have received is very positive. People do like the changes that we made with the themes, making it easier for integration with other systems, and also being more flexible in going forward with Mahara, and also allowing people already with Bootstrap knowledge to make changes more easily. But again, we will make further changes in 1604 as well. And so I'd like to finish with a big thank you to Ogino-san, who has been helping me translating the introduction and also the slides for this presentation. And if you would like to get in touch with me, please find my contact details here and send me an email, or also send me a notification on mahara.org, and we'll see that we can help you. Thank you.